Blue Protocol, a free-to-play anime-style MMORPG developed by Bandai Namco, launched with much fanfare in Japan on June 14, 2023. The game promised to be a standout in the MMORPG genre, combining visually striking anime aesthetics with fast-paced, action-oriented gameplay. Upon its release, it quickly amassed a large following, with over 200,000 concurrent players battling to access its crowded servers. The initial success of Blue Protocol was fueled by its high production values and the anticipation of a new, high-budget MMORPG from a major Japanese publisher. The game's vibrant world, inspired by both fantasy and sci-fi elements, captured the imaginations of players who enjoyed its expansive storylines and character customization options. The MMORPG was seen as a breath of fresh air in a genre that had, for many, grown stale. Early reviews praised the game's combat mechanics, which allowed players to choose from various classes and customize their abilities to suit different playstyles. This flexibility, combined with the promise of a living, breathing world that would evolve over time, helped Blue Protocol quickly build a dedicated player base in Japan. The decline begins. Despite its strong start, Blue Protocol soon faced challenges that would prove insurmountable. Player enthusiasm began to wane as the game's initial excitement gave way to dissatisfaction. Criticism started to surface regarding the game's repetitive gameplay loop and the lack of meaningful content updates. Players expressed frustration over the scarcity of new missions and the limited variety of enemies and environments, which led to a feeling of monotony. This feedback pointed to a deeper issue: the game's lack of depth and long-term engagement, which is critical for the longevity of any MMORPG. Bandai Namco attempted to address these concerns by rolling out updates that aim to enrich the game's content and improve the overall experience. One of the most notable updates was Beyond, a large-scale patch released in June 2024. This update was designed to overhaul several core systems and introduce new content in an effort to rejuvenate the game's player base. However, despite these efforts, the updates failed to significantly boost player numbers or reverse the declining trend. By the time Beyond was released, many players had already moved on to other games, leaving the once bustling servers feeling emptier by the day. A struggle for relevance. The struggles of Blue Protocol highlight the broader challenges faced by MMORPGs in a highly competitive market. As a genre, MMORPGs require a delicate balance of content, community engagement, and consistent updates to keep players invested. The rapid evolution of player expectations, coupled with the need for continuous content development, makes maintaining a thriving MMORPG a daunting task. For Blue Protocol, the gap between its initial promise and its subsequent reality became a critical factor in its decline. Moreover, the game had to contend with fierce competition from other titles in the genre, many of which were better established and offered more robust content. Even as Blue Protocol struggled to keep its player base engaged, other games were rolling out expansions and updates that kept their communities active and excited. This environment made it difficult for Blue Protocol to regain lost ground, as players had a plethora of alternatives to choose from. The decision to shut down. On August 27, 2024, Bandai Namco announced that it would be ending service for Blue Protocol in Japan on January 18, 2025. This announcement marked the end of a challenging journey for the game, which had once been heralded as a potential leader in the MMORPG space. In their statement, Bandai Namco expressed disappointment over the game's performance and acknowledged the financial impact of its underperformance. Despite their best efforts, the game's developers were unable to sustain the player interest needed to keep the servers running. The shutdown of Blue Protocol also led to the cancellation of its planned global release, which was set to be published by Amazon Games in 2024. This decision came as a surprise to many, given the excitement surrounding the game's international debut. Both Bandai Namco and Amazon Games expressed their regret over the cancellation, noting that they had hoped to bring the game to a wider audience. However, the challenges faced in Japan made it clear that the game's issues were too significant to overcome, even with a global launch. Impact on players and the community. For the players who had invested time and money into Blue Protocol, the announcement of the game's shutdown was a bitter pill to swallow. Many expressed their sadness and frustration on social media and gaming forums, sharing memories of their time in the game and lamenting the lost potential. The game's vibrant community, which had been one of its strongest assets, was left grappling with the reality of losing a game they had grown to love. In the wake of the shutdown announcement, some players called for the release of private servers or for Bandai Namco to release the game's source code so that the community could continue to support it. While these requests are unlikely to be fulfilled, they underscore the deep connection that many players felt to the game and its world. For some, Blue Protocol was more than just a game. It was a community and a shared experience that brought people together from all over Japan. Please subscribe, like, share, and comment. Thank you.